I'm Shab, and I want to talk about how I finally fixed my diet without going extreme for years. I was stuck in a loop. I'm sure you know the one. Monday would start great. I'd have my green smoothie, my sensible lunch. I felt unstoppable. But by Wednesday, the willpower would start to fray. A little treat here, a missed workout there. By Friday, I'd be surrounded by takeout containers and candy wrappers, feeling defeated and telling myself I'll start again on Monday. It was the same old cycle, week after week. The frustrating part was I knew what to do. I'd read the books, I'd watched the videos, I understood the science, but I just couldn't make it stick. The loop was broken. I couldn't repeat the good days. So I decided to try something different. I stopped chasing perfect. I gave up on the idea of a flawless week. Instead, I decided to build defaults, simple, non negotiable rules that would guide my choices without requiring a ton of willpower. My first default was simple: half the plate is plants. At lunch and dinner, before I even thought about anything else, I would fill half my plate with vegetables. Salad, roasted broccoli, steamed green beans, whatever it was, it had to take up half the space. This one change automatically boosted my nutrients and filled me up. Default 2, protein with every meal. This was a game changer for staying full. I realized so many of my crashes happened because I was hungry an hour after eating. By making sure I had chicken, fish, beans, or tofu with every single meal, that constant nagging hunger just disappeared. Default 3, add fiber to calm cravings. This worked hand in hand with the other two. The plants were full of fiber, but I started being even more intentional, adding things like chia seeds or whole grains. I found that the more fiber I ate, the less that little craving monster in my brain would scream for sugar in the afternoon. Speaking of sugar, I had to be honest about my biggest trap: sweet drinks and all those tiny treats that you tell yourself don't count. A sweetened coffee in the morning, a soda with lunch, a few cookies after dinner. They all add up, creating a huge sugar trap that kept me in that crash cycle. My first move was to swap almost all of those drinks for water or unsweetened tea. It was hard for a week, and then it became easy. For snacks, I made a new rule. It had to be protein plus fiber. An apple with peanut butter, Greek yogurt with berries, a handful of nuts. This simple rule acted like a shield against the mindless munching that used to derail me. And here's the most important part: I did not ban foods. I realized that banning my favorite treats just made me want them more, leading to a massive rebound. Instead, I started to plan them. If I wanted pizza on Friday, I put it on the calendar. It wasn't a failure, it was part of the plan. This stopped the guilt and the out of control feeling. To make it even easier, I started to plan just 2 main meals for the week. Just 2. That alone was enough to stop the 6 p.m. panic that always ended in expensive, unhealthy takeout. The best part? It started to inspire others. My niece, Yuka, saw the changes I was making. She wasn't seeing me on some miserable diet, she just saw me eating good food and feeling better. She decided to try the same default style, and she started seeing results too. Here at Quick Healthy Lifestyle, that's what we believe in. Small, simple changes create big, lasting results. We're here to give you strategies that actually work for a real life. We'll do it together, day by day, step by step. So let's start now. Comment START below and tell me what your biggest challenge is. Is it the sweets, the mindless snacking, or the takeout trap? Let's figure it out together.